What is happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a video about dirty bulk versus clean bulk. We're going to go over the pros and cons, the cost, what possibly you should do depending on the position you're in your journey, my experience with it because I've tried both, and I've got some pretty funny pictures actually and videos to show you, so if you stick around you'll see them later on. And then at the end we'll just like summarise it all and come to a sort of conclusion on what's best in what situation. Should you do it or should you not do it? Also, apologies, as you can probably hear, I'm fucking sick as an absolute dog at the minute, so you're gonna hear like Right, so first off we're gonna go over the pros of dirty bulking. So first up we've got rapid weight gain. Now obviously this could be seen as a negative also, but if you're a skinny guy and you're looking to just put on mass, look bigger, then dirty bulking will do that for you. Quicker strength increase. Now I've included this because from my experience, which we'll go into more later on, I noticed my strength would increase quicker doing dirty bulking, and I think that's just due to the principle weight moves weight. So because I was putting so much weight on so quickly, I was able to increase in my lifts. Now obviously the important one, food. So with dirty bulking, obviously it's a lot more enjoyable, like I won't lie. There's no restrictions to food. Meal prep isn't as much of an importance because obviously you can just get food out wherever you are, like, you know, go to fucking Mackey's, smash that in. You can just pick up a Subway, a meal deal, like whatever it is. There's literally no restrictions. And following on from that, it's easier. Of course it's easier. Obviously you haven't got to spend ages in the kitchen prepping 6 meals for the day. You can just pick up food wherever you are, literally. You can just be out. Just what I just said, really. It's just easier. It's a lot easier. Now it's time to move on to the cons of dirty bulking. So first up, excess fat. Now obviously there's a principle of calories in versus calories out, and it's believed that as long as you're hitting the exact same calories, it won't really make a difference. But when dirty bulking, obviously the food is high in saturated fats, high in sodium, high in calories, obviously, cooked in shit, additives that obviously are just put in there to make the food taste better, which is obviously no good for our bodies. So you will see excess fat gain compared to clean bulking. Next up, we've got poor for health. So of course everybody knows this about fast food, shit food. It is bad for us. Again, going back to what I just said, you got high sodium, so high salt content, cooked in oils, cooked in fucking shit, really. It's no good for our health in general. Another one is fluffy. Now, I include this because from my experience, I got really fluffy, like fat basically. I wasn't too fat. Wait till you see it. You do add extra fat, so you just look fluffier through your whole off season. Looking back at my pictures, I look like a meatball basically. That's the only terminology I can use. Another one is digestive issues. So we all know that fast food is bad for our digestive systems and just our bodies in general, of course. So when eating this kind of food, you can notice that you'll have a bad gut basically. You'll literally be shitting your pants. Now it's time to move on to the pros of clean bulking. So first up we've got leaner. So what I mean by this is when you're progressing clean bulking, you'll notice that you will stay leaner throughout your off season or your bulking stage. As your calories are more regulated and more trackable, because you'll be weighing out your food, it'll be clean food, you'll notice that you'll stay in a better body composition throughout your whole off season, which is obviously a bonus because you can look better all year round. Healthier. Clean obviously is healthier for us. You're eating whole foods, stuff that's good for our bodies, stuff that we're meant to eat as humans. You're also able to control your salt intake, whereas obviously with a dirty bulking, you're buying fast food, so that, you know, the salt is in there, like you can't do nothing about it. Whereas when you're clean bulking, prepping your own food, you're obviously able to regulate your salt intake, which is obviously a big bonus. Less fat gain, which obviously goes back to being leaner. Again, because our calories are regulated, we can control them, we can track them. You will see less fat gain than you would dirty bulking. Obviously this is dependent on how high you push your calories past your maintenance threshold, but again, as we're prepping our own meals, we're weighing them out, we know exactly where we're sitting on that scale, so we're able to control the fat gain. Better muscle gain. So I've included this because our bodies are made to take in these kind of foods, like the whole food, chicken, mince, rice, potatoes, oats, because they're natural foods that are, you know, grown, or bread. Our bodies uptake the nutrients a lot better, and the food is more bioavailable than the shit food that we get. And following off the back of the dirty bulking again, better digestion. So obviously, because the foods are whole, they're clean, our bodies have a better time digesting the food, and you'll notice that you'll feel a lot better. This also follows on to like mental state as well. So when dirty bulking, you find that you can feel a bit sluggish and sloppy, poor sleep quality as well. It can affect your sleep. Whereas with clean, eating better food, you'll notice in your head you'll feel better, you'll have a clearer mental state, and you'll find that your sleep quality will overall be better as well. Now, the cons of clean bulking. There are some cons depending on how you look at the situation. First con is slower weight gain. This is obviously dependent on how high you push your calories with the clean food, but it is harder to get in a lot of clean food than it is to obviously get in dirty food. Following off the back of that, it is harder to get the food down when you're pushing calories really high. At the minute, I'm on like 4,500 calories, and that's all clean food, so I'm just eating a ridiculous amount of rice, oats, potatoes, and it is hard to get it in. Whereas I could just go to Mackey's and I could get 2 meals and it would get me to that calorie goal. Restrictions on food, whereas obviously with the dirty bulking there's no restriction on food. With clean bulking, there are restrictions. You are restricting yourself to your meal plan and what, you know, the meals you've prepped. So that could be seen obviously as a negative for people, as it's a lot harder to do, it takes up a lot more time. Now let's briefly cover the cost of both, so I'll just compare the both as I go through. So dirty bulking, it will be in most cases a lot more expensive because obviously you're going out, you're buying fast food quite a lot. Obviously there's other ways to go about dirty bulking, you know, you could just buy the food from the supermarket, but it tends to be that these bad foods that are processed, they do tend to be more expensive than clean food. Following off the back of that, the meat tends to be quite expensive, like chicken, depending obviously where you buy it and how you buy it. But all the other stuff, like the carbs, like potatoes, rice, oats, they're all really cheap food. You can get a kilo of oats for 80p. Potatoes, again, you can get like 2 kilos for about £1.50. And rice, again, I buy like a 2 kilo bag of uncooked rice. The conversion rate is like 1 to 3 non-cooked to cooked. So that's about 6 kilo worth of rice, and that is £3.50. So you can bulk on like a really cheap budget. Now, so from my experience, I have trialed both throughout my bodybuilding journey. I've been training or bodybuilding for about 8-9 years. I've only been competing for 2, so I'll move on to that in a second. But back in the past, I was a skinny guy, like I was proper skinny. I'll put up some pictures now. I was basically looking for any way possible to get as big as possible and as quick as possible. So I went down the dirty bulk route. Now, what I was doing in the morning, I was having like bacon, eggs and bagels. Then for 3 meals, I was having spaghetti bolognese. And then for like my pre-workout meal, I was smashing cereal. And then I was also snacking on like little muffins that you get from fucking Lidl's and stuff like that throughout the day, just to increase my calories. I wasn't tracking nothing either, by the way. I was literally just trying to eat as much as possible. Then after the gym, I would just have a massive meal. And usually it would consist of 12 meatballs and a shit ton of spaghetti, and then that would be my evening meal. But yeah, I went down this route. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it did gain me weight quick, but as you'll see here from the videos that I'm putting up, I was chunky, like I gained a lot of excess fat. Now, did it help me gain muscle faster? Probably not. I gained weight fast, but a lot of it was excess body fat and water. Now, the way that I know this and can prove that a lot of it was excess body fat and water was that I reached a point in this video, I think it was about 81, 82 kg. Now, when I started with my coach in February 2023, I went straight into a diet phase for my bodybuilding prep. I ended up going from like 82 kg and I went all the way down to 70 kilo on the stage. Now fast forward to post show season from last year to this year. Now, as I had a coach, he put me obviously on a clean bulking diet, because no coach is going to put you on a dirty bulking diet, I can promise you, if they're a good one anyway. And we went up to 88 kilo from the 70, so I gained 18 kg over my whole off season. That was from August 2023 till May 2024. I gained 18 kilo. And then when it came to dieting down for the show, so at my first show, I'll put pictures up here, I was 82 kg, so I lost 6 kilo, and that was the gain. Disclaimer, this wasn't done naturally, whereas before, when I did the dirty bulking thing, I was natural. But we can see how my body composition here was a lot better than what it was there, and I also looked a lot better throughout the year, so I didn't feel all fat and stodgy. I felt big, I felt lean-ish. So that is my experience with dirty bulking versus clean bulking. So what should you do depending on your position? If you are a skinny person and you find it really, really difficult to gain weight, then potentially going down the dirty bulk route to gain some weight is a good way for you to go. If you're just looking to gain weight, look bigger, then this could be a route you could go down. Now, off the back of that, if your goal is to be a bodybuilder to compete, then I would say going down the clean route is a lot better for you. In terms of when you come to dieting for stage, your prep will be a whole lot easier, I promise you, because you've got a whole lot less weight to lose. You can come down slower. You don't have to be on prep as long also. That's obviously also another benefit. Now, to summarise, what do I feel is the best route to go down for everyone really, what you should do, and it's obviously the clean bulking route. Now, I know you don't want to hear that, because who wants to fucking eat boring ass food all day, every day? But it's just the truth. Obviously, it's a lot healthier for you. It's a lot better for your body, better for your digestive system. You'll look a lot better whilst doing so. You'll stay leaner throughout the year. The muscle gain will be better. When you come to dieting phases, it will be a lot easier for you to come down. And it's just better for your health overall. And that is the end of today's video. I hope you did enjoy watching this, and I hope you took something away from what I've said, from my experience, what I think is better for you, and I hope you can come to the right decision for yourself. Please give it a like and a subscribe if you want to. Turn on the post notifications if you want to see more. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.